Joker. All right.
Yes.
So the first movie was, I think, announced in 2017. Um, and I was on board since day one because I'm always interested in movies that are kind of unique and don't follow traditional patterns. And this was one of the first ones that did that with a major hero's antagonist having a solo movie without even the hero, you know? So that was a crazy idea to begin with because um, it costs a lot of money and you have to make it back, right? And if you don't even have Batman, DC's biggest IP character, and you're just making a solo movie about Joker, it's very risky. And I was amazed and surprised at how well that performed and how they completely pulled it off. And I just loved the movie. So it was absolutely not surprising at all to me that a sequel was happening because even if Todd Phillips, Joaquin Phoenix said that they're not interested in a sequel because it's a one-off, whatever. I knew 100% there was going to be a sequel because that's what happens. It's a company that made a huge profit um, from a movie that was unexpected, and now they have a chance for a sequel on their hands. Of course, they're gonna make it. So it was absolutely not surprising to me at all, and I was never against it. The only thing I was kind of worried was, the first movie was very. It wasn't very definitive about about the story because it could be one argument could be made that none of the things that happened in the movie were real, because of the ending. And he was at the asylum the whole time, just saying a false story that could be a possibility. And that's a very great ending, I think, because it doesn't give you one answer and it depends on the viewers, right? So you could believe one thing and someone else can believe this something else. So that was a great thing that the first movie did. And I think if you're making a sequel, it kind of takes away from that, but I'm fine with it because Todd Phillips is involved, Joaquin Phoenix is involved, and obviously they will again put their 100% in it and give us something that is special and unique as well. So I'm all for it, and I what can I say? I'm just not surprised at all that this is happening because it's obvious to me that it would happen. Whenever a movie succeeds, there's always going to be a sequel. I was joking. Not every time, but yeah, most of the time.
Uh, yeah. It's look, I
Yeah,
have no problem with this
that's
whatsoever. The first movie was great. Todd Phillips is a very good director. He can direct, like good directors can direct movies, and he's done all the comedy stuff like that. You can look at them, but he
He's
directs his
he's
stuff
one of the
well.
few directors that are in the top 10 highest grossing movies of all time with two
He's,
movies.
he's able to have a connection with general audiences with his movies. James Cameron is the same. Whatever they pump out, you're able to make money. But like Joker One was a big hit, loved it, Oscars. Of course, they would make a sequel. But like, I have no problem with a sequel being made. I want to watch it. Joker's my favorite character of all time. I want more Joker. It doesn't matter to me if the film is bad, which I don't think it will be bad. Then it doesn't matter. It's only a movie. It's not
Yeah.
really a big deal at the end of the day. You can always go watch the first one, but we don't know what they have in store. It must be pretty good if Joaquin Phoenix is willing to come back. Yes, there's a lot of money involved, but Joaquin Phoenix turned down a lot of money with Marvel, and he would have been in 5, 6 Marvel movies there, and he would have twice as much money as he has now with as Joker. So I don't think it's motivated by money whatsoever. Todd Phillips isn't really motivated by money either. Look at the money he's made through the Hangover movies. That guy's a rich guy. He's making this because it's art. And the Joker movie was art. The first one, it was fantastic. I absolutely loved it. Went to go see it 7 times in theaters. My favorite character. I love this guy. It's fucked up because it's the Joker. But for a Batman-less Batman villain
That's more
movie,
about you,
it would
Mar.
have.
Maybe
Yeah,
don't say that.
yeah, yeah. I won't say it again. But they,
Oh
yeah, but
yeah.
Joker
yeah,
posted right behind you after
I have
all.
a Joker mug. I've got a Joker hat here. But yeah, so go make the sequel. I have huge faith in these guys because when that movie was announced, I 100% backed Todd Phillips because he's a good director. No matter the material he was directing, you could say what it was comedy, hangover, or something like that. He directed them well. He's a good director. And Kevin Feige said this as well. It doesn't matter about budget or what the story is. A good director can make a good film because they're a good director. So, they can direct well. So go make it. I have huge faith in Joaquin Phoenix. I always have been on that role. So, yeah, no problem. Go make it. Let's prove a lot of people wrong again. And look, there's a fan base there for Joker's huge. Look at Joker in Snyder Cut. He blew up the internet when Jared Leto was revealed to be in the movie, and that's when more people got into the movie in terms of what's this thing? Oh, Jared Leto, cool, And he was marketing the shit out of that movie as well on his Instagram. And, Joker's a big pull, a really big pull. So, yeah, it's going to start shooting 2023 is what the report is. It looks like a guarantee because last year a lawyer that's involved with the deal between Todd Phillips and Warner Brothers, he signed off as one of his biggest earnings was that right there, that deal. So it's been in the works for a while. It was actually announced in November 2019 through the Hollywood Reporter that the Warner Brothers have greenlit a Joker sequel. It's just since then the script has been in development. They've been working on the script, so that's a good thing as well. They haven't rushed this. I bet you the pandemic helped as well with the story and what they want to do. And yeah, let's go do it. Joker 2, guys. Let's prove people wrong.
Yeah. The first draft of the script was recently submitted, apparently. So,
yeah.
Pretty good sign. What do you think, Rokan?
I mean, I'm open to the idea of a Joker sequel. First off, I absolutely loved Joker when it came out. I mean, granted, and that came from kind of like, that surprised me because I was a little skeptical in the idea of a Joker origin story because I always liked the idea of Joker's origins being a mystery. You know what I mean? And I was like, I don't want like to watch a movie and then like, this is how he gets the purple coat. This is how he gets the the bang gun. You know?
I don't think anyone was expecting a movie like that.
So I was kind of nervous about that.
Yeah.
Exactly. But I mean, you always have.
No, I mean, I don't think anyone was expecting the movie we got. It was so unique, and people I think assumed that it was going to be a traditional Joker story type of thing. How he falls into a vat of acid or whatever. But we didn't get all that. We just got a completely unique original story, and it was cool.
Exactly. And, like I said, it genuinely surprised me. And so, it got nominated for a lot of Oscars, even for Best Picture, which, I mean, that tells Feige, yes, comic book movies do get Oscar nominated.
Feige sometimes says something ones. That.
So, sorry that.
Yeah.
That article annoyed me. So getting back into it, I'm open to the idea of a Joker sequel, but I don't know where you could go from here. Is the big question, because you can't. I don't think you can do Batman because you're like 15 years away from Bruce Wayne becoming Batman. So I don't know what you could do what is your next story.
But
that's just
to also answer that, we didn't know what the first one was going to be.
Todd Phillips is.
Yeah.
Exactly. So like I said, I mean, I was proven wrong once before, and I'm fine being proven wrong again.
I should say I predicted that they will include a Batman in this trilogy. I think this will be a trilogy. I think they'll include a Batman at some point. Yeah. I've said this since I watched the first one, because nobody expected them to have like that. Again, when Bruce Wayne showed up in one of the trailers for the Joker, people were not expecting that whatsoever. Well, that's Bruce Wayne. But then we didn't know once we watched the movie. Yeah. Then we watched the movie. I remember the audience I was with when I think Alfred or someone says Bruce or something like that. The audience went crazy. And this is general audiences who aren't invested in the whole DCU thing. They were like, what? That's Batman. That's going to be Batman.
Yeah.
So they were excited at that. And I think they'll be expecting a Batman.
I even loved the ending where, this whole riot is going on in the city, and in some corner, the Waynes got murdered. We saw that. It was amazing.
Yeah. It was really well made, and it was set up really nicely, I thought. So,
oh yeah,
nailed it.
Absolutely. I just don't know where
it's going to be interesting.
But like that's why they get paid the big bucks and we're on a YouTube channel. So.
But yeah, I'm really looking forward to that
Yeah.
and cannot wait.